In the council chambers, the members are following a process that is expected to take about 6 weeks, and then they can vote on the issue. And that process will include several readings of a proposal to add protection against discrimination for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people.
Tonight's meeting also included public comment and lots of participation, which followed the regular Tuesday council meeting. And Ken is joining us live to tell us about it. Ken?
Yeah, City Council knew that there would be a lot of comment on this, so they kind of stacked their normal business up front. They took separate comment cards just for this new ordinance, which is now known as 2017-15. And then what we saw was that more than 100 people said they wanted to address City Council.
The LGBT machine demands tolerance from others, but it is the most intolerant movement in America.
Why would any sane person make these life choices on these actions that would deprive them of life and human rights?
Those are two of the people commenting in front of City Council on the first night of public comment about a new human rights ordinance expansion. Jimmy Midget supports the bill and says it makes sense to offer protection against discrimination to everyone in Jacksonville.
Right. I mean, we see the folks here who are on the other side who have these clever stickers that say no to the HRO. And I tried to engage one of them in conversation earlier to remind them that we actually have an HRO already that protects most categories. We only miss two. Which is sexual orientation and gender identity.
Opponents of the HRO expansion include Raymond Johnson from Biblical Concepts Ministries. He says the bill turns discrimination prevention into targeting of believers.
Discrimination happens all day, every day. And so this is just a propaganda piece to further their agenda, which is basically criminalizing Christianity and silencing opposition to the homosexual lifestyle.
Council leadership decided to limit comments to no later than midnight Tuesday, so they calculated how many people wanted to speak, which is more than 100, how much time was left, and turn on the microphone and timer.
When this meeting started, we all stood up, put our hands over our hearts, said the Pledge of Allegiance. What is the last line in the Pledge of Allegiance? Liberty and justice for all.
So I would advise you, please, to remember what Republicans are supposed to stand for, and it is not the suppression of freedom of association, of freedom of speech, and of the free exercise of religion.
Tonight, the next reading will be in 2 weeks. So on the 24th, City Council President Lori Boyer says at that point, everyone who wants to make public comment will have their entire 3 minutes that's typically allotted for public comment. Even if council has to go to midnight, stop there, and come back the very next day to hear more public comment until everyone has their say. Live downtown, Cap Justice, Channel 4, the local station.